It is here. I am so excited. We are at the first day of Epcot's International Festival of the Arts. I know that you are seeing this video on Sunday, but the first day of the festival was actually on Friday. That is when we're here trying as much of the food as humanly possible. This is, like I said, my absolute favorite Epcot festival. I love to get to chat with some of the artists who produce this beautiful work. The food is so much better at this festival and so much prettier. They really go into the artistry of presenting the food. So that makes it, you know, Instagrammable, TikTokable, YouTubeable. So I am just thrilled to be here. It's such a short festival, so I'm gonna try to make the most of it while I'm here. We're gonna be seeing Disney Broadway concert series. We're going to be doing the Figment scavenger hunt. We're gonna try to do as much as possible. I'm so excited, and it's time to dig into some food. Time for the best part of any Epcot festival, and that is the food. The first booth we hit was Moderne, which is right here by Test Track. One of the first things even before you get back to World Showcase, and Courtney already has one of her favorite dishes, something that she really liked, and that's the Tropics. This is a dessert with a lilikoi mousse, guava cake, a coconut cremeux, compressed pineapple, and mango gel. I know I probably pronounced some things incorrectly, but the point is, Courtney loved this. I had a little bit of the guava cake because I knew that it would be okay for a vegetarian. I thought it was pretty flavorful. It was maybe a little dry, but it had something on top of it that I was afraid would have some gelatin in it, so I took that off. It was probably meant to be eaten with that on the top. She absolutely loved the Tropics, so keep that in mind. Now, she also got the pan-seared scallops with vanilla butternut squash puree, brown butter cauliflower puree, and lime foam. She said that the purees were a little subdued and that maybe they could have had a little more flavor, a little more seasoning, but the scallop, there was only one scallop. The scallop was excellent. She really loved that one. I am having the compressed watermelon tataki. This is plant-based. This is good for a vegan or a vegetarian, or obviously anybody. So it is compressed watermelon tataki with pickled watermelon rind, yuzu pearls, watermelon foam, and wasabi. I was really looking forward to this one. I'm super excited to try it, especially with that wasabi. I really do like wasabi, and I think it might go well with the watermelon, but let's give it a try. Balance out your wasabi better than I just did with that first bite. It's really good because that kick of the wasabi combined with, I guess I'll use the word again, the subdued nature of the watermelon. All that water goes to kind of calm down the wasabi. Not if you put as much on as I put on the dish, but it's a really good item, a really good first thing for the day. It's very refreshing, and I think that's a good way to start. It's maybe right around noon now. It's probably still a little bit before noon. So this is a nice breakfast and a way to start the festival. trying out gourmet landscapes near the Canada Pavilion in World Showcase. The first item we're gonna do today at this booth is the blood orange braised beet tartare with mustard vinaigrette, pickled clamshell mushrooms, and golden beets. This is 100% vegan, so the vegans, the vegetarians, everybody can do this one. Obviously, unless you're like allergic to mushrooms or something. So here we go. I love that mustard vinaigrette. That is really, really tasty, and it's definitely like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of beets, so the way everything is really balanced, like they chop it into cubes. Everything is chopped into cubes except for the mushrooms. So that makes all of the flavors really even. That is surprisingly really, really, really good. Now I am going to reach over and grab the wild mushroom risotto. This was by far the most popular item at the booth. They were literally asking people behind me, is anybody ordering anything besides the mushroom, because they could get it done before that. But there was a line of people making the wild mushroom risotto. I will say it is $9.50, and it's not the biggest portion in the world, so it's a little pricey. Disney definitely making some money on this dish. But let's see how it tastes. That Zinfandel reduction combined with the mushrooms. Oh man. I wish it wasn't $9.50. I really wish that it was $7 maybe. Disney definitely making money hand over fist on this one, because like I said, there was a line of people to get it, but I'm not gonna say it's worth it, but it's really, really good. So, gonna finish these items up here and then start heading around to the rest of World Showcase. Another fun aspect of Epcot's International Festival of the Arts, the characters that pop up in art form throughout these World Showcase pavilions. As you saw there in the Canada Pavilion, Mei Lin Lee from Turning Red, of course, in her red panda form, and Brother Bear. You could find them at the Canada Pavilion, which it's just another fun thing to kind of scout out at this festival. It really is such an all-encompassing festival with how much there is to see. Trying items from the booth in front of France. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but we got 3 items. One of them was basically our favorite item from the festival last year, so that's gonna be the one I'm gonna dig into first here. This is a truffle croissant. I have it right here, and I'm just gonna give a nice bite into it. There is like a mushroom cream on the inside. It is, if it's anything like last year, it's so good. I love that one. This next one was super pricey. It is a plant-based Napoleon with beets, cashew herb filling, pepper pine nut sauce, and balsamic vinegar caviar. It is 100% plant-based, good for the vegans, but it was $12.50. $12.50. My friend Danielle is walking around with us, and she texted a picture to her husband, and he's like, why does it gotta look so bougie? So it definitely looks fancy, but for $12.50 it better look fancy, right? All right, let's try to get in here. We got a little bit of wind, so I'm trying to hold down the fort a little bit. This is a little hard to break open, so be patient with me. Wow. The pepper pine nut sauce is just awesome. Just fantastic. Wow, was that good. I will never in my life say something this small is worth $12.50, so I'm not saying it's worth it, but it's really good. At least they didn't make a bad dish for $12.50. And finally, this is the molten chocolate and hazelnut cake with pure origin, some type of chocolates, and passion fruit mango sauce. It looks gorgeous. It got a little messed up here because the wind blew it a little bit. But I am going to, oh, Belle just walked past. And I am going to dip, oh. When you break it open here, the insides come pouring out here. Oh, so good. Wow. I will say, all three items here at the France booth are great. It's expensive and you have to wait in line for a long time. Those are the only two issues, but I actually love the items themselves. So we're gonna finish up here. I think it's about time for one of my favorite artists who shows up year after year to be signing at her booth. So hopefully we can go and see her and maybe get a postcard of one of her items or something like that. That's what I think we're gonna be doing next, but first we gotta finish this food. The artist I'm meeting here is Ashley Taylor. You can find her on Instagram at Ashley24Taylor. She does a lot of great Disney work and she is incredibly nice. I definitely recommend you give her a follow. Hey, I'm in the Fez room in the Morocco Pavilion. So a couple things I want to say. When we were in Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of the Medina, it was just way too crowded for me to do any kind of review while I was there. So I got the almond phyllo pockets. These were really good, really flaky. One of those desserts that's sweet without being too sweet. I would recommend this for a lot of adults because so many of the desserts that you get while going around any of these festivals are really, really sweet. I also got the Moroccan bread service. This was the exact same bread service from Festival of the Holidays and Festival, the Food and Wine Festival, excuse me. So nothing really special there. It's a pesto sauce, an olive sauce, and then a regular hummus. It's really good, but there was nothing different for this festival. And then the carrots three ways, which I would say blew me away a second year in a row. Like, I didn't expect them to be that good last year, and when I had them, I loved them. And then I guess over the course of the year, I forgot just how good they were when I had them last year, because they grill them, they're spicy. It is just a really, really good dish. All three of the vegetarian items at Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of the Medina, super good. Love them. Excellent. So before I leave the Fez house, I'm going to show you something that I find to be a really good Disney hack. The Fez house, occasionally there's people coming in and taking some pictures, but not a whole lot. So I am going to show you right now an outlet in the Fez house where if your phone's running out of battery, if whatever device needs to be plugged in while you're at Epcot, you can sit here, get away from the crowds a little bit, and let your devices charge. It is such a great hack. here in Epcot. That'll do it for vlog number 1 in Epcot's International Festival of the Arts. I will return tomorrow with more from the festival, including the Disney on Broadway concert series. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.